Welcome to Martinsville Speedway for the Capital One 115 here in the SCS. As everyone's going to start lining up, we'll be right back after this. Should be fun here today. 115 laps around Martinsville Speedway. Not a lot of miles, if I remember. It was 58 or so miles. But obviously, it's not going to be like 20 minutes. We have stages. This is a lot for NASCAR. So it should be interesting to see what happens today. As we have 8 drivers, is what it looks like. Should be fun. So this is the first ever race at Martinsville Speedway for D1, and first ever short track for the Speed Cup Series. There was one short track race in D2 is at the Nashville Fairgrounds back in, I think it was season 4. But meanwhile, we have stages are 35, 35, 45. That makes up for around 115 laps for the Capital One 115. 115 should be interesting to see what happens. Pit stops, you get fuel for about 30 laps. And guaranteed 2 cautions no matter what. Should be interesting to see what happens today as they all line up. Be ready for the green flag. The first ever Martinsville race is green flag. Zen leads them into turn 1. A lot happening. Oscar goes really low. Who's 4 wide for second for a minute. And Zen and Soccer have the lead off the corner. Zen hits the wall. That gives Oscar the lead. Is everything getting smoothed out here? Oscar in front. There goes Southland is inside. Side by side. Bandy set him. South leads lap 1. As South continuing to stay up front here. He won last week at Homestead Miami Speedway. CB and continue his success. His Oscar's right there on his inside. They tap. As you see, Bandy and South right there, top four, under a blanket. South clears Oscar, and they continue going. Oh, Bandy spins. Saves it. Fly hit the wall a bit. As Oscar trying to get to the lead. Oscar right there, can't get there. South going to continue to up front. Oscar side by side with South. Bandy there as well, 3 wide for a second. As the top 5 get stage points here in stage 1, Oscar hit the wall. There goes Bandy to the lead for the first time today. South got a horrible jump there into turn 1. They're 3 wide for second. Fly sent them into the wall. As Bandy trying to cruise out front in the lead. Oscar all the way back to 5th. He's in the storm. Side by side between Fly and South is now we are basically single file. We're going to take a look at the battle for 4th really quick between Oscar and Storm fighting for 4th. Oscar's able to clear. Now we're going to take a look at the battle for 2nd. As you see right now, side by side between South and Fly fighting for the lead. They can't. Really close right now. As you see Zen and Moose. Zen's going to get penalized. He started on pole, and he fell way back, just like last week. We got Fly and South right there. Inside. Fly can't get to the inside of South. He's there. Remember what happens in the turn 1? South just gives it to him. Everyone is struggling early, especially Zen. Zen is really far back. Here, lap 10. South goes inside. South takes the spot away. Can South get the Bandy now? As you go, Oscar and Fly into the wall. Teammates get into each other there. Oscar hits the wall a bit. Can South try to catch up? And we go basically single file throughout the pack. Lap 12. Oh, South and Bandy had problems. So now Bandy into the wall. Oscar right there. As Oscar, Bandy, new leader is Oscar. Can Bandy send it the inside? South sent him. Fly with a full send, and that gives South the lead. They get into each other early on. 3 wide, Fly right there in the Bandy. South gonna pull away now. South doing exactly what he did last week. He led a lot last week at the Homestead race. And basically all it came down was to the finish, and South was able to hold off Storm, who is currently in 5th. Bandy had a massive run. He's right there on his inside. Lifts out of it. As South trying to cruise away. Bandy trying to get this inside. He almost could, but he had to lift out of it. As everyone is right there. As South going to continue leading. And we see South and Bandy side by side for the lead now. We're just gonna do a day race. As Bandy trying to pull away. As they are all over the place in the bottom 3, they're gonna get lapped. At the rate it is going, as Bandy is trying to cruise away. Remember, only the first car on the lead lap gets to cruise. We'll go to lap 20. As they're 15 seconds back. There's this pack of 5 up front, and then there's Oscar who's inside. Oscar had a huge run. Fly, and it looks like that South get into each other with Storm. So now we really have just these 2 cars. Moose goes 24 seconds back. Actually, no, Moose pits. Moose on the pit road. As pit stops are underway here at Martinsville, Moose goes a lap down. Now, if he goes 2 laps down, that would be a bad sign. As someone else just pit, that is Soccer. I think a bunch of people are about to start pitting. Zen signals he's going to pit. As Moose just gets back on the track. He's 1.5 laps down, I think, by the looks of it. As Storm got by South. Let's take a look at that battle real quick. Side by side, both hit the wall. South going to be able to continue to stay up front. As Bandy's the leader. As you see Bandy, Oscar right there. Fly just pit to get 4 tires and fuel, as we could see. I mean, they're good racing so far, for the most part. As this is the battle for the lead. As Bandy pits. And actually, almost everyone just pit there, so that leaves Oscar the only one out. And see all 3 of them on the pit road. As Oscar trying to cruise. I think he's probably going to pit this time by. I'd assume lap 26. Does he pit? No. He's going to keep on cruising. So when will Oscar pit? Lap 26 out of 35 in stage 1. Oscar just staying out right now. Trying to lap storming south. It's going to be a race. Oscar got south a lap down. As Oscar just, at this rate he's going, I don't know when he's going to pit. As the whole field might be a lap down for the most part, besides Bandy. As Oscar's going to continue to stay out. And I actually think, that point out, what if he runs out? What if he runs out? As they are fighting very aggressively. I think some of these cars are going to stay a lap down. As Oscar comes by. So everyone's going to get their laps back. I'm going to see where Bandy's at. Yeah, Bandy basically has the stage. It'll be him versus, I would assume, if Oscar can keep the lead. I mean, obviously, all of them still have to lap. They get their laps back. Whoa, Bandy spun! Bandy spun around. So basically, he just ruined his entire stage. He has cost himself a lot of points. You saw Bandy in the background when I was showing Oscar. He spun around. He hit the inside, the red and white curb. And that cost him a lot as Oscar hits the wall on entry. And Fly will be right there. Side by side now. As they should all be. Yep. No. Are they all back on the lead lap? Yes, they are. As Fly to this inside, these top 5 are going to battle for the stage win. Should be interesting to see what happens here. Who will be able to win the stage? Fly in the lead right now, side by side with Oscar. Oh, they hit the wall. That gives Bandy the lead. Storm collected, so now it's storming south. Wow, they get into each other. As Bandy and South were side by side. As I think Fly had issues. Fly went down pit road. Fly was forced down pit road. As Bandy hits the wall, that gives Oscar the lead. Bandy send them to their inside. They're right there. They hit the wall. That gives Oscar basically the stage win. He just has to pull away. As Fly fell out of stage points. Yep, Oscar just has to cruise away. 2 to go in stage number 1. As the incident takes Fly out of the stage point conversation. I don't know if he went a lap down. He'll get the free pass if he did go a lap down. We come to the stage white. Bandy's right there. Bandy has to lift. There he goes, Oscar. Coming in the final turn. Bandy trying to send it in. He won't get there as Oscar wins stage number 1. This is one of those finishes. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Sorry for the quick break that we had to have. We were trying to fix the track and make it raceable. But we did, so stage 2 will continue. As everyone is lining up, Oscar starts on pole. We won't do pit stops for after the stage. We usually do, but we won't right now because of the issues that we just had. It's fine. Everyone has issues. We are back from the red flag. We are ready to go green as stage 2 is underway. Into turmoil. Chaos up at the track. Oscar with the lead. Zen actually in the 4th. That's the highest position he's been all day. Why am I on the car? Yeah, caution is out. Fly flipped. We are ready for the green. As we are back green. Oscar hits Bandy and go all there side by side for the lead. As there goes Moose trying to get, that's his first time he's been top 3 all day since lap 1. Where he started 3rd, and after that, Storm got spun by Fly. We stay green. If Storm can get back going, which he does. So now we have Moose trying to get the lead for the first time. The points leader versus Oscar, who's 4th in points. No, Bandy's 4th. Oscar's 4th in points. As they're side by side, Bandy up front now. Fly into the wall. Fly gets bumped. So now Bandy's still in the lead now. As there goes Zen basically sideways. Bandy hit the wall. 3 wide for 1st and 3rd. Right there, Oscar has a massive advantage now as everyone got into each other. What in the world is Moose doing? As he gets the 1 of 3 for whatever that was. As Oscar to as Moose has to let the leaders by. Side by side. Oscar must clear, and he does. So we are gonna keep on going. Oscar, you're leading. Moose trying to get back side by side now for first. Bandy in third. Oscar gets the run off the corner. Moose is right there. Side by side, both at the wall. Bandy right there. He sent it 3 wide. Couldn't get to the inside. No. So they're side by side for the lead. As they start single file out. As actually Storm and Fly spun. They're right back into this because of how chaotic that start was. As Moose has the lead. For now, Oscar, can he get the run off the corner? He can't, and Moose is now in the lead. And we're gonna watch what's happening. I mean, no, we're not gonna break away from this battle for the lead. As Oscar got the push from Bandy. So Oscar's in the lead. Moose got a good run, but it's not enough. Bandy, trouble there for a bit. As Oscar stays in front with Moose. Fi's been struggling, as if you can't tell. He's been struggling really all day. He just had problems like the end of the stage 1. He had to go through pit road, which wasn't good for him. He basically finished dead last in stage 1. So he's had quite a day. So basically, there's no way Moose doesn't lead points after this race at this rate. But yeah, that Moose trying to get side by side for the lead. He can't get there. And there goes Oscar. Oscar hits the wall. Can Moose overtake him? He can't. Unless he can overtake him in 3 and 4. So he's inside. That helps Bandy. Bandy's there. Bandy lifts out of it. Moose leads. Kind of a pick-off move to get Moose out front. I mean, the team between Moose Motorsports, I mean, a really good team. As you see there, they're now 1, 2, 5 right now. And this race, Oscar. As Oscar just basically wall riding it for a reason. Moose be able to clear. Soccer to P2. Oh, south into the wall. Still green. As Oscar and Worm watch the battle for second between Oscar and Bandy and Soccer. Soccer trying to clear him. Fly gives Bandy a push. I don't know what the Storm's doing. And now they're 3 wide for second. Thumb into the wall. So is Oscar. Oscar's right there. Trouble. What in the world? And they're stopped on the track. That's a caution. As now they're off the wall. For the most part. What in the world? Caution is out. as they're stuck together. As they fix it. As I think Oscar, what happened to Oscar? Does he fix? I don't think you have to pay. I mean, it's 5 to go. Kind of if you want good track position for the start of the stage. We're gonna see what happens here. 5-lap dash to the end of the stage. As green flag is back out, Oscar on a horrible jump. Moose got fully sent on the restart. So now everyone to the wall. Moose basically just won the stage. As flying Oscar into the wall. Their stage is over. South spun. So now we're just gonna watch this battle for second. And on this 5-lap dash for the stage, they basically all wrecked. So now Moose just has to pull away. Perfect for the points leader if he wants to keep the points lead. Storm can't get to the inside of Soccer. They go single file, watch the battle for third. Now fourth, it's between Bandy and Fly. And Oscar trying to get the Storm, can they? As Moose just trying to cruise away from Soccer. As they're all there, it's 5 cars under a blanket for the third spot. Can Storm hold off? Storm gets sent like crazy into the wall. Not good for him. As now Fly and Bandy have a huge run on him. And have a huge run on Soccer. They send Soccer. Huge push. With 2 laps to go, they're into each other. Storm and Fly. That hurts them. As can Moose just pull away. I think Moose should be fine. What a push from Fly. Storm might have a huge run here. He does to the inside of Soccer. He is there. He passes Soccer. A white flag in the stage. Moose just trying to pull away. As the battle for stage points between Oscar and Bandy. Remember, top 5 get stage points. Storm is second. Soccer's third. 4th, 5th, and 6th fighting for some points. As Moose. Yeah, Moose wins the stage. As everyone else crosses the line, Bandy spins. So he loses out on some important points there. Moose wins the stage. As they come down pit road between 7 cars, Soccer skipped. As old Soccer kind of spun on the pit road as they go on the pit road. Soccer had problems. Everyone's gonna have issues trying to get on the pit stall. There's a pit road violation for Fly. South to the back. Because that's speeding. And we'll be right back. Did Fly run out? We'll be right back. As we are going to have a 45 lap dash to the finish here. As Oscar and Moose won the stages. Should be interesting to see what happens for the final stage of the day. Should be entertaining and should be chaotic. We'll see what happens. Ready for the green? And it is green flag in the air. That Storm spun! Storm jumped the start, hit the wall, and spun. What in the world, Bandy? Bandy had a massive run. Bandy goes through to the lead. Bandy went like 200 miles per hour to pass the leaders. I don't think I can hit the winner. There you go, Bandy hit the wall. There goes Oscar through the lead. As chaos goes on behind him, Storm south into the wall. Stout did good in stage 1. He has not shown any speed since. As Bandy goes through to the lead side by side with Moose. Good run off the corner from Bandy. What a run from Bandy. Fly just full send him. Fly gets his 2 or 3. There we go. Fly, Oscar, Storm. What in the world just happened? I think Zen just pit. No, Zen was forced on a pit road. I don't know. I didn't see the incident. As we see Fly into the lead after he has a 2 or 3 though, so he has to be careful because he could very well get parked, especially at Martinsville. It's very chaotic on track. As Soccer hit the wall, Bandy, what? Hit limiter was broken. Oscar trying to catch up to Fly. Bandy will fix his pit speed now. He'll be able to merge back into the field, making sure his car works. As Oscar's right there. South Soccer spin in the back. As the Oscar right there. As Fly still trying to hold him off. Fly got all this speed all of a sudden. As these two are basically just going to go at it. I mean, pit stops probably might determine the winner here. As we're going to see what happens. As Oscar just trying to cruise on back. We're going to watch the battle for third because that is way more interesting. Bandy, Storm, Moose right now fighting for it. Bandy into the lead of the third place spot. As Storm goes to the inside of him, they go 3 wide. And Moose got the run off the corner. As Storm with a send. As Max now we have a battle for the lead. Fly put Oscar into the wall for a bit. As they spun. Flips, cautions out, huge wreck. As I think everyone's gonna pay. I don't know if you can make it. Yeah, everyone will be able to make it. So it'll be about a 25 lap or so dash to the finish. And the up and down pit road. They are 3 wide right now for track position. Yeah, Vandy just has to lift out of it. Oh, Storm got hit. And they're all good. A very slow pit stop for Moose and Zen. As Fly wins race off pit road. So we'll have about a 23 lap dash to finish. As the countdown goes, and we are back green for the final restart of the day. Possibly. Going to the wall. Fly has the lead so far. As he can Bandy get this inside, he can't. Oh, and that Moose in the wall is. Storm in a massive run. Storm to the lead. Storm lifts completely out of it. Storm very slow. That gives Bandy the lead. Yeah, Storm will hit the limiter. His speed is broken, as we cannot have a limiter on the backstretch, obviously, because it's a short track. And they're side by side for the lead between Fly and Bandy. Lap 95 on a 115. South running third. As those, speaking of that, South runs second now. South gets the inside of Bandy. Can he get the pass in 3 and 4? He goes really high. I mean, who gets better run up the corner? It is South. But South hits Bandy. South P2. Can Fly win this race? I think Zen might. I mean, not Zen. Moose could probably keep the points lead. She starts to run more to the back. As we see Fly still in the lead. Can South get there? South won last week. Can he go back to back? That would be really crazy if South were able to go back to back. Fly got a good run off the corner here. About 19 laps to go at Martinsville for the first ever short track race in Speed Series history. As it's South get a good enough run. Bandy was gonna push him. He ends up pushing him anyway. It is Fly versus Moose Motorsports. Moose Motorsports is 2-3-4 right now. Fly is leading. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, I think we have issues. Two cars are stuck. Caution's out. Soccer's trying to pull some strategy. He thinks this race goes into overtime multiple times. Then he'll be fine on fuel, but it could be close for everyone. So we'll see what happens as Soccer gets his pit stop and goes. As we will have about 12 or so laps to go. We go to the finish. Should be interesting to see what happens here. As the countdown goes, it is lap 104. We have about 12 laps to go. And we are green flag. Fly got the leads. Can South get those inside? He cannot. Oscar had a massive run. Side by side for the lead. Fly will be able to clear. Bandy, Soccer into the wall. South gets a huge run from Fly and Moose, as now we have a battle between Moose Motorsports and Flexi Motorsports for the lead. South gets the inside. South starts the needle. South leads. South goes there. 3 wide now for the front spot at Martinsville. But Oscar sent them all. South spins. Storm flips. Caution's out. The race back is really important, as it will be all into the wall. They all spin. South wins the race back. As this race is almost over, we've got 5-lap restart here. We're gonna see what happens. This is it. What possibly could be the final restart. Green flag. Oscar got a good jump, and Oscar to the lead. Moose spun. Moose all over the place. Moose into the wall. We're gonna say green. And we come to about 4 laps to go. Oscar, can he pull away? South goes inside. South put him in the wall. Didn't work. South with the send. South goes inside. South to the lead. Can South pull away? Lap 113. There goes Bandy. Can he get this inside? He does. Not fully, though. 2 laps to go. Storm had a massive run from Bandy. Bandy, can I get this inside? Bandy's there. Oscar, all of them into the wall. Comes the white flag this time by. Oh my goodness, huge wreck. We'll have a 2-lap dash to the finish here. Green flag. See, oh my goodness, huge. Huge carnage on the restart. South right there. Now finally. Once we get to the white, this race is over. No matter what happens in this term. Fly with the lead. They get to the white. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. It is going to be Fly versus Moose to the finish. Can Moose get to his inside? Fly just pulling away. He has 1 turn. Out of 3, 4, oh, Fly slows. Moose the inside. What in the world? Fly crosses them all over. Out of 3 and 4. Fly wins. That is it. Thank you for watching. I mean, the race is not official at all, because it still has to be reviewed entirely because of that finish. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.